Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Monday, May 13th, 2024 by Gaia Blooming. I'm Mimi and our energy mantra for today is Om Bhavam Namah, which means I am absolute existence. And I think sometimes when you have big astro like this and when we're working on remembering who we are, remembering our value, we need words, tones that are bigger than the English language, and Om Bhavam Namah is one of my favorite mantras. It means I am absolute existence, and working on rooting that energy in and through us is so wonderful, so important. It's interesting because today I went to this place called the Blue Spring, which is a place here in Eureka that pours out 38 million gallons of water a day. And it's blue and beautiful and very, very cold. And as I was sitting there, I was remembering when I made a song to go with that mantra with a friend, and it just kept playing through my head, Om Bhavam Namah, Om Bhavam Namah. So when I came home and I'm sitting here preparing to record, it came in again. I was like, yes, this is the essence we want to remember, especially in a big astro week like this week. This is a big astro week, and it's preparing us for another big astro week. Today we have Sun and Uranus conjunct that we're going to dig into. On Wednesday, we'll have Mercury shifting out of Aries, where it's been for a while, because we had that whole retrograde thing going on. Mercury moving into Taurus, which will be some good grounding energy for us. Saturday, we've got Venus and Uranus conjunct, which is a little iffy, a little challenging. We also have Sun and Jupiter conjunct, which is like gift, benevolence, goodness, good energy coming through. And then we have our last day of Sun in Taurus. And the last day of Sun in Taurus, we have like the ultimate lazy cat as the Sun and Neptune connect. So big astro week. This is, like I said, preparing us for some big stuff next week as everything starts going into Gemini. And so one of the big things for this week is taking it low, taking it slow, grounding in, because knowing how to ground will serve you when this more chaotic air energy comes in. So I don't know about you, but today I woke up being like a little shaky as these Sun and Uranus energies come in. And I think that it's a little exaggerated than usual because Jupiter still is connecting into this energy. So this Sun-Uranus transit is very big. This happens once a year. And Uranus, while it can be a challenging planet, is all about liberation. I call Uranus the revolution evolution planet. And so just know there is push for you to evolve. There's push for change. This is still coming on the heels of that Uranus-Jupiter conjunction that we had. And so it's just furthering that energy. In my mind, to know what you want and to look towards it is part of this. But the second thing is to notice what you don't want that keeps coming up, that's triggering you, that's challenging you, and be willing to face that in this energy. That is part of this revolution evolution. Anytime we have Sun, Uranus energy, or let's just say anytime we have Uranus energy, there is potential for breakdown. And a lot of times it's in the release, it's in the breakdown that we can move through, that we can get to breakthrough energy. Now, today we have this, but we're going to have this again later this week as Venus and Uranus conjunct. So what's nice about this, and I even feel like the Jupiter-Uranus energy kind of like, I don't know, engaged it for us. So hopefully these breakdowns aren't as big. Hopefully they're little pieces that we're moving through, little evolutions, and all part of a greater call to change. And I do have the Wheel of Fortune card in reverse. Some say like, oh, you're on the bottom side of the wheel with this, but I just think to me, this means like, hey, there are changes coming, but sometimes we expect it to be like in the astro moment. I also believe, I know a lot of people are having different discussions about what the colors in the sky mean, like, was it man-made? Was it real? I will tell you that I do see weird things happen when we have Sun and Uranus. It can cause a lot of electrical things. To me, there's realness in it because I know the astro. And it's not to say that there aren't those who manipulate who know the astro, right? But rather than caught up, is it or is it not? Did you behold the beauty? Whether it's you seeing it or seeing pictures of it, and did it expand your wonder? It expands my wonder to see these things that we know the universe can do and reminds us of that magic, which is where I want to keep feeding in. Use your illusion. Don't feed into their delusion, right? So use your illusion. And I think that's part of the evolution, part of the shift, not feeding into so much of powerlessness. And that feeds into some of this other energy today. So we might have some interesting dreams in this. If you're able to sleep, this energy can be challenging for sleep. We do have the moon moving into Leo, and its first connection is in opposition with Pluto. We're going to have moon Pluto in the morning. Not necessarily so fun. Pluto is a reminder to empower, but can make us feel like the powerlessness. Between the Uranus energy and moon Pluto, it might not be the funnest feeling morning. But empower through love. See if you can lean into love. Let love be your elixir. Let love be the remedy. If you are feeling challenged, whether it's loving on yourself, seeing what you can love on, just let love carry you through. That's part of the moon in Leo energy, letting love carry you through. Opening up your heart a little bit, empowering your heart energy. To support you through whatever layers, whatever changes, whatever breakthroughs are happening today. We also have the moon in Leo connecting to Mars. It's not going to be till later in the evening, but you may even get a little amorous, especially if you can lean into love. We do have Venus and Saturn in connection as well. A little bit of lazy cat coming in the afternoon. I'm also feeling a little bit of treat yourself with that. And I know, like, it's so funny because Saturn's not a treat yourself planet. Like, Saturn is not a treat yourself planet. but in the name of self-love, in the name of working through this energy, I feel like Saturn's like, hey, you're showing up, you're doing the things, like, love on yourself a little bit. Whatever that means for yourself. You may find yourself, looking at this Venus-Saturn connection, Sun-Uranus, there's a lot of energies around worth, value, money coming up. And you may really find yourself triggered. And sometimes it is in treating yourself, maybe even to a crystal. I got a beautiful crystal the other week. Really, really pretty. Right here. It was a treat myself moment, right? Like, no, let me lock in. Let me bring in something that aligns with my vibe right now. I'm in my pink iridescent era right now. Because it's hard out there, but like if we get stuck in the mentality of it, you get stuck in the mentality of it. And there's a call to shift that energy. How can you shift that for yourself? How can you love on yourself for that? And I think, like I said, there's going to be multiple opportunities for that this week. But here's today. Let's look at the rest of the cards. Okay. Trust. Trusting this process. Trusting this change, evolution, revolution energy. And I do have the Master card today. And anytime the Master card comes, it's like, this is not going to be easy. You do not have this figured out. Like, this is exam week, astro exam week. Like, here you are. What are your tests? It's an individual thing. It's not just what I'm saying my tests are. What are your tests? Lean in. You've got this. We've got the healing card. Now, this card can be one of emotion. You may have some emotional energy coming up between the breakdown breakthrough, moon finishing up in Cancer, even the moon moving into Leo can bring different layers of emotional potential healing. So, final card that I have is the morality card, is the card of shoulds. And if you are facing shoulds, again, this might be an area for breakdown breakthrough. How are you shoulding yourself? And are your shoulds keeping you smaller than you are called to be? So I'm going to leave that there for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. And the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power. And remember who you are, for you are the solution. Namaste.